Alright, so I'm here to talk to you today, and Dewey, I'm here to talk to you today about kids, girls, parents, guys, whoever, with their cell phones and their tablets and their whatever the fuck. Alright, I don't know why, but it annoys the fuck out of me that people are so attached to their phone. Yeah, I mean, I'll admit, got mine on here, on me right now, but it doesn't mean I'm fucking on it all the time. You see people at work and they're fucking on their phones and just people are always on it like it's fucking their left arm or something. Like they have to have it there to function, and it bothers the fuck out of me. What really bothers the fuck out of me is parents who give their kids, like their 10-year-old kids, a $700 tablet or an iPad or whatever, and most of the time I see the kids like just running around with it and fucking playing Angry Birds on it. So they're not doing anything productive with it. They're just pissing their parents off when they fucking drop it. When I was a kid, I didn't have any shit like that. My parents were like, fucking go outside and throw rocks at each other. You know, they did what parents did back then. Like, go outside, have fun, do something active. Don't sit there with a fucking phone playing Angry Birds for 12 hours and then wonder why your kid is such a dumbass in school. You know, like, we were social, we went out, we actually talked to people. And then there's these kids that are like 10 years old, and I see them with like I saw a kid with an iPhone 5 the other day. That shit just came out like a week ago or something. And I was like, what is this kid, 10 years old, maybe 12, I don't know, need an iPhone 5 for? I have a phone that's pretty good, 4G, whatever, and like I'm 22. For these kids to be 10, who the fuck are they talking to? The other kids who have iPhone 5s that are 10? No, that's just bullshit. Like, what are they gonna be like, hey, you know, hold on, let me ask my dad if I can get a ride? No, what the fuck? I think kids should have phones when they're 16. Like, you can make an argument for a couple years, or a year, or something like that before, but I don't think until then. I mean, if you can't drive yourself to where you're trying to ask to go, then why would you need a phone? I had a house line or whatever up until we were like 18, or until I was 18, and then we got rid of it. Like, you don't need, like, I wouldn't even mind having one right now and getting rid of my cell phone. For these kids to be fucking like, oh, I need to talk to or I need to call my parents. Why don't you just go to the school or whatever that you're probably already at and use their phone line? Like, do what we used to do, where it wasn't like, oh, I have to pay an extra $60 a month for my fucking 10-year-old kid to play Angry Birds and call me once a fucking month, you know. And then the parents are gonna sit there and bitch like, oh, why don't you ever keep in contact? Like, they don't want to keep in contact. That's what I did. Like, I got out of the house so I didn't have to keep in contact. Oh, sorry, mom, you know, I was at my friend's house, couldn't call you. But even if my parents knew where I was, so if they needed to get a hold of me, guess what they would do? They would call the place that I was at. Hey, is Aaron Huber there? Yeah, oh, yeah, hold on, let me find him real quick. All right, and then they would get me, and then, oh, there you go, I'm on the phone. So it's like parents are like, oh, I need to spoil my kid. I need to make sure that they're having a good life because I didn't have these things when I was a kid. Well, fuck, there was probably a reason why you didn't have that shit as a kid, because you don't fucking need it. Like, my kid's gonna probably fucking hate me because I'm not gonna buy, like, alright, so I'll say this first. My dad, he was like, oh, you want a cell phone? I was like, yeah, you know, everyone has one, I need one, blah, blah. He's like, alright, well, you pay me the first year of your bill, all paid together, and you can go get a phone. I was like, alright, well, you know, I don't have that money. And he goes, well, that's tough shit, you're gonna have to save that money so you can do it. So what did I do? I fucking worked my ass off and I saved that money. And then, you know what I did? I bought that phone. I bought my contract. Gave my dad all the money I had. And then he paid for the phone, but it was with my money. So, like, I worked for it. I paid with it for my own money. No one has ever paid for my cell phone bill. Except for, like, my mom on, like, one birthday. She was like, hey, what do you want? And I was like, I don't know, just pay for a cell phone bill. But that's all. That is it. I just can't stand these parents that are like, oh, I'm gonna buy my kid a new, you know, fucking Land Rover for his 16th birthday. You know, that's bullshit too, but that's a whole nother story. But why are these, like, why are these kids running around with all these iPhones and iTablets and $300, $500, $700 phones? They don't need shit like that. It just it bothers the fuck out of me that we like these kids feel like they're so entitled to having all these technological devices because they think that they need to improve their life doing it like that, like doing what everyone else is doing. Like, fuck that. I'm telling my kid, go run and go play soccer, go play baseball, football, whatever you want to do, but you're not playing video games, you're not gonna be on the phone. Like, they can do that shit, but they're gonna have to do it like through my phone or whatever, and they can only have my phone for like a minute. I don't know, like, oh, call your friend up, yeah, whatever, and then give me my phone back, or play a video game for maybe an hour, and then let's go throw a frisbee. Like, and I feel like parents are separated through that too. Like, oh no, fuck my kid, you know, they can play on their phone instead of playing with me or talking to me. Like, that's why kids feel like they fucking hate their parents, is because parents aren't even there. Like, they just work all the time and then buy their kids this shit so they feel better. Like, oh, you know, I'm a good parent because I bought my kid a fucking phone. No, that doesn't make you a good parent. That just makes you a fucking idiot. You know, you need to actually have contact with your kid, and not via text. You need to actually socially interact with your kids. I know that sounds like a tough fucking deal, but parents are fucking struggling nowadays with that shit, and it bothers the fuck out of me. So I just think kids need to not have phones and pay for it. Well, they can have phones, but they need to pay for it for themselves. Or they just need to not have phones and fucking get over it. And not be little stuck up bitches and cry about it. Oh, mom didn't buy me a phone. Well, fucking tough shit. Get over it. Buy it yourself. Do something else. Fuck. Go outside. Play with a stick. Good God.